slight domain deck idea. So we do actually have our triomes again. But our goal actually is to try to play fight rigging. The reason why we have the domain build in the deck is because we are running Nishoba Brawler, where its power toughness is, its power is equal to the number of different basic lands that you control, with a toughness of 3. So it's an amazing 2-drop. And since it already has trample built in, it means fight rigging ends out being a very good card to pair with it. And we could actually end up having the Nishoba Brawler on turn 2, fight rigging turn 3. Not immediately trigger the fight rigging, but you'd still could get up to a 6 power on the Brawler for a turn 3 attack. Now, the other thing that we have going on in the deck is our payoffs. So we have the Reservoir Krakens, we have Kyrie, we have one World Spell, and we have the Titan of Industry. Now, Reservoir Kraken, as you know, is a great target for fight rigging, but it kind of has this downside that our opponent may tap one of their creatures that are untapped to tap down our Kraken so it can't attack in, but we get the fish tokens. But if we choose to hold the priority on the by going full control mode for the game once we're declaring attackers. So before we declare attackers, after Reservoir Kraken's ability triggers, there should be a moment where we can use Shore Up to untap it if our opponent chose to tap one of their creatures, and be able to still attack with it. So we can get a nice surprise attack in there. And if not, Shore Up just still works as a great protection spell for our deck. The Splash of Black is just for the Shakedown Heavy because it's such a strong combo with the fight rigging. And other than that, we have Cemetery Prowler to eat up graveyards, potentially give us cost reduction on our cards, and we'll see how well we can do with this. Now, I am taking a little bit of a risky play with this deck in not using any removal at all, which is surprising considering, you know, we have black and we have green in the deck, which gives us one of the best removal options in the game at the moment. But I figure I want to try to go with a little disruption from Spell Pierce and the Shore Ups and see how well that works. Well, let's jump into the games. I like the look of this hand. Blue-green source means that Reservoir Kraken does have a potential play on turn 4. Now, the question is, do we go for the Greeters or do we go for the Brawler first? But I think I'm going to be going for the Brawler for the aggressive, body. Alright, especially considering I see the opponent is on black. Going Brawler means we don't have to worry about a cut down. You need to get a black source for this heavy. If the opponent hits us with an Infernal Grasp on Brawler, we just use... Okay, I was not expecting that. I think I'm going to hold off on going for Prowler. And go for a Gallagreater. This way I have to go for Liliana. We have Sacrifice Fodder in form of Gallagreaters. Alright. Unfortunately, that's an exile-based spell. But we do hit another copy. Go for the Treasure token. Treasure now lets us choose to play either Reservoir Kraken or the heavies. And I think I'm going to try to go for a heavy, possibly. Just because this gives us a drop potential. Trying to think, what do we play here, actually? I think... Let's see, actually, if we go for Prowler, exile our own creature, we make it so that the opponent can't exile it with their Werewolf, and then we can play heavy for 2. That's our play. The other play is we could have attacked with the Nishoba Brawler first. Try to see if they block with the Underdog. Well, I think I'm just going to hold it back. Ah, see, there's a Trespasser. Alright, we hit the Rafine's Tower, which gives us an extra point for the Brawler. I think we'll just send the attacks. Try and debate whether we attack with Prowler or not, but I think I will. They probably give us a draw with the heavy. Oh, we hit a fight rigging. We make sure to take out Trespasser. Go for Kraken. I went for the Kraken, that way we have a very good chance of hitting fight rigging next turn for a trigger. And opponent scoops it up. So big bodies slam down on mono black. It's a little bit of a risky hand. How greedy do I keep on this? Third land means we can just start dropping fight riggings. And if we hit a black source, we can play the heavy, get the combo. Kyrie, though, is a bit of a dead card for a long time, and Cemetery Prowler just needs a mana of any color. I think we can risk the keep. Alright, mono black once more. Alright, trying to think though, do we go for fight rigging or do we go for... Yeah, we go for fight rigging, because that way they can't just like go Liliana, make us sacrifice. We kind of whiff on the fight rigging, unfortunately. We'll grab Brawler, because it's still a 3-3 if we bring it out. Our Boseiju doesn't really help us here, but still a land. Go for another fight rigging. Titan. Alright, now we just have to be able to get the cards to trigger. Alright, there's Liliana. That's the card I've been playing around. Discard Kyrie. Fortunately, we still can't hit that black source. Go for Greeters. Go for Prowler. Go for the treasure token. Get rid of Kyrie. And I'm going to put both counters on Gala Greeters. This way they can't use Cut Down, kill Gala Greeters, then use Liliana and make us sacrifice the Prowler. Alright, we still give up the Greeters. Soldier for our opponent is a bit of a pain. Shakedown Heavy. Get ourselves some triggers here. So, here's the thing. I can put one there, one here. This one resolves first. This one will still end out giving the other value here. Let's go shield counter, 4/4 token. Pass it back. And still bring the land down. It's not where they can't just make us discard it. Cruelty of Gix. There's no reanimatable large creatures because we decide to exile the Kyrie. So, they're just going to use it for the search for a card, that means. It also means that I don't want to kill anything on board. Okay, they can just bring back Liliana next turn. So we'll sacrifice the 4/4 token. Hit Shore Up, which is actually a really strong card here. Alright, let's see here. Counters on Brawler. We send the swing in of damage. I keep Prowler back because I don't feel like it's worth trading it off. Okay, bring down the Gala Greeter. Pass it to the opponent. So more than likely they reanimate Liliana. Oh no, it's only creatures. It's only creatures. So they reanimate Evolved Sleeper probably. Because the Brawler's only going to be a 1/3 for our opponent. Alright. Why didn't you get back the Sleeper? It turns into a Death Toucher. Yeah, it's based off the lanes you control for Domain. Alright, so the Invoke... Give up Heavy. Because as long as they have Shouldered on the board, it's actually more of a detriment to us. Alright, yeah, because we're dead on the board. For the most part. Gala Greeters gives us 2 life, so we're not dead yet. Counter here, attack in. Get rid of the Sleeper. Alright, so that block, unfortunately, does destroy the Titan's shield. So Titan's vulnerable now. But we have Short to protect us. If they have another Invoke to spare, we're just dead, though. Because it makes us lose 2 life, because we have a creature and enchantment sacrifice, but we just die to Shouldered's draw trigger. Okay, Trespasser 1 doesn't kill us. But they have second Trespasser, we're still dead. That meant the opponent hit 3 Trespassers, I think, right? No, that'd only be Trespasser 1 out of 1. Meat Hook, that's not lethal. I'm not sure why they didn't go Meat Hook X1 here, but... Alright, we draw. Prowler doesn't do anything for us, so it's all on this attack. Can we push a lethal strike through? We don't put any counters on Prowler. We go counter on Brawler. Swing. Get rid of another creature. I put blocks and blocks like that. So we're showing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we get there. We don't die to Meat Hook Massacre. Oh, that was close. This was all a case of, do we die to the Meat Hook Massacre? But we managed to survive it. This seems like a good keep on an open. We'll keep this. Because we have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play. And turn 4, we can bring down the Prowler and hold up Spell Pierce to protect it. Alright, opponent's holding up all their mana. I don't want to go for the rigging necessarily. Alright, so they cut it down. We'll attempt the Prowler. Do they have an answer for Prowler? They don't. So they're going to go for a draw or a kill spell. Alright, kill spell it is. Take away the Grasp in case they have any way to recycle it. Alright. Not looking to draw Titan this early. But we do like Titan under fight rigging. Alright, so opponent's got a Rafine on board. What their draw discard, what do they discard? Arana's Vortex. Ooh, that's nasty. Alright. Alright, they bring out an Underdog. If we could hit either one of our 6-powered creatures that are for 3 or 4, fight rigging goes off, we get a lot of value, and we get to hold up Spell Pierce. But we hit another land. Means that we don't have a play until next turn where we try to attempt a Swirling Sky to the board. And have to hope they don't have Counterspell Magic. Boy, this is getting scary how low we're getting. So what does the opponent discard here? Oh, jeez. They discard and make disappear. That just makes me think that they have one in hand. Spell Pierce that. Pay your 2 so that way I can try to resolve Kyrie. Thank you. Alright, Kyrie to board. Counter on it. Get Titan. Destroy artifact or enchantment. Get that 4/4 Rhino. Get rid of the announcement. Oh boy. Well, we definitely came back to the board. Rafine attacks in. We can actually give that a double block. Even if they discard a non-land card here. Okay, there's the double block. Did it have like any Ganjo to discard to get rid of Titan? Oh, they gave us an oops. Probably because they forgot that we had a flyer and a reach creature. So there's the shame scoop. And we get there. Alright, I think this is keepable. Lead with the Proving Grounds. Next turn we can go for the Gallagrators. Probably watch it get murdered by some horrible spell again. Gallagrators usually don't get to live very long. But since we're against white-green, probably white-green enchantments. Yep, that's definitely white-green enchantments. The only notable thing that was helpful to us is that they milled a Hollowed Haunting by accident. Let's start rigging some fights. Unfortunately, nothing we're very happy about milled. I think I prefer the Brawler over a Heavy. Just because Brawler, it's got Trample on it, and they have to take the hit. They can't just choose to say, here's a card, please don't hit me. Alright, Restoration for our opponent. I think we attempt one more fight rigging to the board, and then we go for Reservoir Kraken. Alright, we got a Titan. Titan's going to be really solid against this opponent. The problem is, if they use an Imprisonment enchantment right now, do they hit? Which one do they hit? Our opponent used the discard to get back a land, so they got some ramp. Sarah Paragon is an issue, but not immediately an issue. Okay, so we go for the untapped source. Oh no, we don't have the mana for Shore Up. Oh well. Go for the counter on the Gala Greeter. Let's see, so first trigger, Gala Greeter. Second trigger, Kraken. Bring out Titan. Titan will... Oh, I'm sorry, before Titan, we'll choose the treasure. Destroy 4/4 token. And gain 2 life. We also get the Brawler. Now, the opponent's getting the option to tap down a creature to prevent, Kraken from attacking, but it already has Summoning Sickness. That's actually a really big turn for us. When we bring down the headquarters, we'll actually get the 5th source of color for the Brawler. It's a shame that we couldn't have the Shore Up for this turn. But we're putting so much pressure on this turn 5 here. So let's see, for our turn, both fight rigging counters probably go on Brawler, and then we just send the team. We hold up control mode, so that way we can untap Kraken. They're probably going to tap Sarah Paragon, right? To keep the Kraken from attacking in. Alright, play this for our land. Move to combat. Counter here. Counter here. Resolve, resolve, resolve. Opponent now has to choose whether they tap or not. Counter here, untap here. Go ahead and remove the full control mode. And there we go. The Shore Up combo worked with the Kraken. Now granted, I don't know if we needed that in this board state, but it still worked. Alright, unfortunately, this is a hand that the Brawlers have 0 power. And I don't really want to keep this with these 2 in hand, so mulligan. I can keep this one. Now, what do I put on the bottom? Do I just put the Kyrie on the bottom? Or do I put a land on the bottom? I think I'll put Kyrie on the bottom. Keep the double shakedown heavy plan. That way we can get the card draw value off them. Don't see this played very often, but still have actually... Like, these... The district cards for the ability to sacrifice for a land, even if it's expensive sacrifice, it's not bad. Alright, underdog for our opponent. Let's go in for the attack. Probably get told to draw a card. Oh, they're just going to take it? Oh, they're going to go for a double block. Well, I'm going to shore this up. We get to keep our creature. They lose both theirs. We go for the Prowler. And we'll eat that underdog. That felt nice. That felt real good. So, if they bring down Liliana and try to tell us to sacrifice a creature, we get rid of the heavy. But the opponent doesn't even do that, and yep, there they go, they scoop it up. That's a very fast game. Didn't even need a fight rating for that one. Alright. We'll keep this. So we have double green, double blue, and we have a single black for the heavy. So we have all the mana types we need. The question is, can we get stuff to stick to the board? We lead with the heavy, because apparently we're against mono black. Yep, Liliana. Go for this. Exile our creature. And get greeters to the board. The goal for going wide on the board is to play around like another Liliana, make a sacrifice. We can sacrifice greeters. We'll discard the headquarters. Unless they can kill Prowler, we can exile that from their graveyard. So that's kind of a bad discard for our opponent. Hopefully I don't have another Lily, because that would punish us. Alright. Greeters to the board. Attack in. Get rid of Lily. Opponent's turn. Sheoldred. Sheoldred's going to put a stop to our attacks. Prowler. Treasure. Get rid of our Gala Greeters. We don't have any reanimation planned, so exiling the creatures from the graveyard makes it so that way our opponent can't do the same to drain us of life, thanks to their werewolf. One, two, three, four, five, six. Actually, we can play Titan thanks to the double cost reduction of Prowlers here. So we will go for a +1/+1 counter here. We'll go for a Rhino and Shield counter. And gain 2 life. Pass it to the opponent. Now, I honestly did think that the mana cost reduction would help our deck with the Cemetery Prowlers, but I mainly was using it just as a repeatable way to hate on people's graveyards, so it's nice to see it work out in this deck. Okay, so they're going to try Soul Transfer Titan. We short up. Put a stop to that plan. I was about to say, please, yes, come in. I will take that. Okay, let's see. Attack. To get rid of Sorin. I should have played my creatures before I declared attacks, because then I would probably sent in the whole team. So we get down Kyrie. Counter on Greeters. Brawler for 1. And we'll choose to gain life. At this point, we start just alpha striking the opponent, I guess. Titan trades against Sheoldred. Kyrie can't be blocked here. Invoke Despair, huh? I think I can give up a Prowler, because Galagreeters can potentially grow further. And I don't need the cost reduction right now. Unless we were to top deck another Titan, in which case that's going to be a feels bad. But I guess I can just top deck another Prowler. Alright, let's go for Prowler. Counter here. Eats our own Prowler. Try to see how much do we send. I think we just send it all. And we'll take out Sorin. Trying to find a way to make sure that they don't have anything recurable. Unfortunately, we miss lethal by 1 point here. Let's see, if they do have a Meathook Massacre, they can only do it for 5. So Kyrie survives it, and we get the win. There we go. Solid takedown against Mono Black. Yeah, this Fight-Breaking Domain spell deck here ended up putting in some good work. The Cemetery Prowlers actually ended up doing a lot more work than I was actually expecting them to. I was just kind of trying them out, get a feel for them. And the cost reduction that they did made it so we actually were able to play like Titan of Industry from our hand for less, and it mattered in our last game because we didn't have enough lands to play it, even if because we had 2 Prowlers in play, and we had only just enough land to play it because we had that double cost reduction. So, good on the Prowlers. I was ashamed I didn't get to see the World Spell actually get any play, because I wanted to try it out. Because I thought it would be interesting to see if, like, you know, we hit Fight Rigging and we go into the World Spell from it. But that didn't happen. But we still got to see some great plays from cards like the Nishoba Brawler, which is a new 2-drop. It actually did put in a lot of work.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch at the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.